Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Devi Daily Yoga for this morning yoga stretch. This is a full body practice to ease stiffness from your joints and to get your body ready for the day ahead. Go ahead and roll out your mat. You will not need any props, and we're going to get started in child's pose. Come onto hands and knees and place the hands under the shoulders. Let the knees come to about hips width apart, toes together, and draw the hips back toward your heels. Let your heart melt down. Let your forehead come toward the floor. Palms connected to the earth. And breathe into the back of your body. Feel your sacrum and the back of your hips. And take a deep breath into the back of the heart. As you exhale, feel your spine soften into your body. And take another deep breath into the lower back. Exhale. And inhale one more deep breath into your whole spine. And one more time, exhale. And with your next breath in, lift your chest a little bit. Walk your hands toward the front right corner of your mat. Take your left hand on top of your right hand and settle your hips back. Let yourself expand out through the left side of your ribs and take a breath into the left side of the lungs. And as you exhale, draw back through the left hip crease, lengthening the whole left side of the torso. Take another breath in, lift up through the chest, and walk the hands over to the other side, placing right hand on top of the left. Settle down through the heart and take a breath into the right side of the torso. And as you exhale, draw back through the right hip crease. Feel this lateral stretch of the spine. And slowly come back to the center. And now come back up to hands and knees, and we're just going to shift to a seated position, taking the legs in front and extend your right leg out to the right side and take the other foot into the inner upper thigh. Settling evenly through your sitting bones, turn toward your extended leg and come forward over the leg. Your hands can rest on the shin, the ankle, or possibly the foot. And we'll stretch here into the hamstrings and the lower back. With your next inhale, lift and lengthen through the heart, straighten the spine, and with your exhale, allow the spine to round and soften. Relax your head, relax your torso. And breathe into the stretch of your hamstrings and your lower back. And slowly release, walk the hands back up the leg. And let's take this right foot on top of the left knee and stack the shins coming into our square pose. If this is a difficult position, then a nice alternative is a cross-leg position with both heels on the floor. Whichever position you're in, start to hinge forward at your hips and let your spine round, let the shoulders soften, maybe walking the hands a little bit farther or resting on the elbows. Feel the stretch in the glutes, especially your top leg, the outer hip, and breathe into the stretch. Slowly rise up and walk the hands back in and take it into the leg stretch on the other side, extending the leg, bringing the other foot into the inner upper thigh. Turn toward the extended leg and come forward, holding on wherever is comfortable as you reach your torso forward. With your next inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen your spine. And with your exhale, come forward over the leg. Relax your shoulders, your spine, and your head. Breathe here. Slowly rise up, walk the hands back up the leg with your spine upright. Set your legs up for square on the other side. Ankle on top of the knee or on the floor. And then as you come forward, hinge at the hips, walking the hands in front of you. And relax your head, your shoulders, and your spine to come into this outer hip glute stretch on the left hip, the top leg. Breathe into the stretch that you feel. As you exhale, allow tension to release, softening throughout the hip, relaxing the whole body. Slowly release and come up to a seated position and come onto hands and knees for cat and cow with your knees hips width, knees under the hips and your hands under your shoulders. With your inhale, lift into your back bend, roll your shoulders back, squeezing the muscles of the upper and middle back. As you exhale, engage abdominals, pulling the navel back toward the spine. With your inhale, lengthen the belly, squeezing and engaging all the back muscles. And as you exhale, round your spine, engaging the hamstrings, pull the tailbone down. One more time, inhale. And one more time, exhale. Return to a neutral spine and step your right leg forward into a lunge. Place your hands on either side of your front foot and lift up through your chest, taking a dragon lunge with an inhale. With your exhale, move it back into runner's stretch. Straighten the front leg, bow forward, soften your head down toward your leg. Come back into your lunge as you inhale your breath, shoulders back. And now exhale back to runners. Bending forward, stretching the back of the leg. We inhale into the lunge one more time. And now with the exhale, hinging back into runner's stretch. This time, as we come forward into the lunge, sink the hips down and sweep the arms up over the head into crescent lunge. Lift your gaze up to the ceiling, open up through the heart, and keep on softening down through the front of your left thigh and hip. Nice deep breath into your heart. Staying here for another 2 or 3 breaths. And now releasing hands to the floor on either side of the foot. Step back into downward dog. Lift the back knee. Front leg comes back to meet the left. Walk it out. Bending one knee at a time. Waking up hamstrings, calves, feet, and the back of your ankles. And now let's drop the knees and come into dragon lunge on the second side, left leg forward. Hands frame the front foot, lengthen the heart, roll your shoulders back and inhale. As you exhale, runner's stretch, send the hips back, straighten the front leg, bow forward over the leg. Inhale forward, find the back bend, open the heart, lift the crown of your head, and exhale, send the hips back. Inhale forward, gazing toward the front. Exhale, send the hips back. This time we come into crescent, finding a lunge position with the legs. Sweep the arms forward and up, palms turned toward each other. Lift your gaze, plugging the shoulders into the back so that your shoulder blades slide down the back. You're engaging your middle back muscles and softening down through the front of your right hip and thigh. Nice deep breath in here. And exhale, softening, hands back down to the floor. Tuck the back toes, big step back into downward dog. Once again, walk the legs, waking up the muscles of the backs of your legs and your shoulders. And bring the legs back to center and drop the knees to the floor. Come all the way forward onto your belly and place your hands under your shoulders. Lift up into cobra, keeping it low or lifting up, whatever height feels good as you inhale. As you exhale, roll slowly back down onto the belly and touch the forehead to the floor. Shoot your arms down alongside your body. Lift to locust pose. Chest lifts, shoulders roll onto the back, and the legs lift. Feel the whole back body engage. Squeezing the shoulder blades onto the back, maybe lifting the legs a little higher by engaging your glutes. Exhale, sweep the arms down to your sides, forehead to the floor. Bring the hands back to either side of the chest, lift up to cobra. Second time, coming into your back bend, and exhale back down. Touch your forehead to the floor. Now a second round of locust. You could clasp the hands behind your back this time or keep them apart. Lift up, chest, lift legs, squeezing the shoulder blades together on the back and gaze forward as you inhale. And exhale, release back down. Arms to your sides, forehead to the floor. Place the hands at either side of the chest. Last time up into cobra. Inhale. Exhale, release back down. This time you can do one of those first two locust variations or take it into bow, bending the knees and reaching back to hold the feet or the ankles. Lift up, kicking into the hands. And feel the thighs engage. Lift your chest a little more, pulling the shoulders back as you kick back into your hands. And now as you exhale, relax forward. We're going to take it back into child's pose, which is going to feel amazing after those back bends. Hips back toward the heels, forehead to the floor, palms touching the earth. Breathe into your back body. And slowly come back up into a sitting position with your legs wide for dragonfly. You can decide how wide the legs are. Maybe you're here, or anywhere in between. Hands come onto the legs, lift up, inhale, and exhale, come forward. Hands might support you, elbows might support you, or you might use a prop in front of your body. Feeling the stretch in the inner thighs. And breathe. Couple more breaths as you relax through your shoulders. Soften the weight of the head. And slowly come back up to a seated position and cross your legs, sitting up tall with the spine. And twist to your right, taking the left hand across to the outside of the right knee, right hand behind you on the floor. Look back over the shoulder, lengthen up through the crown of the head, and deep breath in. Exhale, come around to the front and switch sides, right hand to the left knee and twisting. Lengthen up through the spine. Deep breath in. And exhale, come back to face the front. Sweep both arms to the sides, bring them over the head, look up at the palms, and pull the hands down in front of the heart. And that is our morning practice today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Namaste.